I don't see chafing fuel going away completely.
Yeah,
I think
right.
there will always be a need for chafing fuel.
Right.
There are, other purposes for chafing fuel and ways in which that will always be important on a buffet. But this opens the door for operators who can't have open flame or who are limited in their electrical capabilities or just want something that's a little bit safer and more convenient. It's a great product, great option.
Welcome to Let's Set Your Table, the food service and hospitality podcast that brings you the experts, trending news, and product reviews from across the industry. So grab a chair with your hosts and join us as we set your table.
Well, welcome all to yet another episode of Let's Set Your Table. I'm John D., your host, and we're here today. I got Nick D. with me. Nick, we're back in the house here at HGI, Hagge Group, Chicago
Carpenter
showroom.
Street.
We're back on Carpenter Street.
And we drew the blinds today so we don't see the train that's going in behind us.
I
the
feel
metro.
bad. I want to see the train.
There it is. I do see it.
Yeah. But are our guests going to be able to see it? So, and those listening, no.
No, they won't, but we're still going to have a good show today. It's good to be back.
Anytime we get to come here is a great day.
Yes.
But, well, Nick, before we go any further and introduce our guest today, let's give a shout out to our sponsor.
This episode of Let's Set Your Table is brought to you by the Hagge Group Chicago Showroom. The Hagge Group offers professional broker services in the food service and hospitality industry with over 40 years experience. The Hagge Group's product showroom boasts over 4,000 square feet of some of the best product lines in the industry. So if you're interested in scheduling a free in-person or virtual appointment with a product specialist, please visit HaggeGroupShowroom.com. That's HODE groupshowroom.com.
Joining us here at the table, actually in the chairs again today, which is kind of cool, we have Eric Hagge and Rachel Byerly. Now, I'm going to start with Rachel first because Rachel's one of our colleagues here at the Hagge Group. She is the Director of Tabletop and Smallwares. Rachel's been with us almost a little bit less than me, but almost 12 years, 11 years, Rachel.
Yeah.
So great to finally get you here at the table with us.
I'm happy to be here.
What a pleasure. And Rachel is also joined today by one of our manufacturers that we represent, Eric Hagge from American Metalcraft. And Eric, thanks for joining us at the table as well.
Thanks for having me. Really happy to be here.
Thanks for coming in, both of you.
Yeah.
So, Eric, you have been with American Metalcraft for 17 years?
17 years.
And been in the business and the industry for 27.
Yes. Thanks for making me feel
And you
old.
are the director or vice president?
Yes, director of Northwest Sales.
Northwest Sales. And there's a cool fact that you added in your bio, and I got to hit it on it. You said that you are the father of 3 13-year-olds.
Yes, I do have triplets. So,
Wow.
yes. So no drama at home at all.
Dude, if you have 3 girls that are 13, you can do anything.
I think you leveled up
so
on
can
the
my
girl
wife.
dad thing.
Yeah.
Shout out to my wife.
Yeah,
But I also have a
absolutely.
17-year-old son. I can't forget about him.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking maybe next year when he goes to college, I'll just join him.
It's not a bad idea.
At least you've got a male in the
Yes.
mix. And how does he interface really quick with those 3 13-year-olds?
He's actually amazing. Yeah.
Is he?
Sports all the time. He's like, girls, let's go out and play basketball. So
Cool.
they've actually now become really great basketball players.
That's great. That's great. Well, Nick, you can relate a little bit. Nick's got 2. They're my
girls.
granddaughters, and they're within, 22 months, 24 months?
Yeah, 4 and 2. And it's
You're in
entering that stage where it's like everything's cute right now, but I can only imagine the amount of girls in your household. But you were telling us that story about singing in the shower, and right now I hear those screams. I'm just like, oh, tone it down just a little bit. But I'm looking forward to those years.
His
for sure.
his youngest has what we call the pterodactyl scream. It brings the hair
sounds-
on the back of your neck up.
Great.
because she's in that weird stage of learning words, so it's like trying to put that vocal stretch together. It's like it's like
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
Well, soon
At
they'll
least
call
she
you-
tries.
Yeah, when they get to this age, they'll call you bro. So I'm now their bro.
Yeah.
It's not. I'm like, no, I'm not your bro. I'm your dad.
Brah, can I have a ride?
Yeah, brah. Brah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about American Metalcraft. One of our very coveted lines. We were so honored and pleased that we got Broker of the Year in 2024 with you guys. I mean, that's a huge. Rachel, I know you do a lot with American Metalcraft. Thank you so much.
What
an
you guys
honor.
are fantastic. Rachel's amazing. At American Metalcraft, we have 5 core values: being accountable, being team focused, being team oriented, and really being fun. And this group, as you know, the Hagge group is really super fun.
Well,
and
we
they're
appreciate that.
accountable and everything.
Yeah,
So.
we try, but it takes great people like Rachel and Nick, and me. I get to play with boring stuff. I play with trash bags. I mean, it's just like I'm the trash bag guy. But I always say, if Melissa Marguerite can sell trash bags, anybody can sell trash bags.
There you go.
I've seen her in her heels, her Gucci purse, and she's like pulling trash liners. So anyway, well, thank you for that. That's a huge accomplishment for us. And Rachel, thanks for all that you do. Yeah. So let's talk about, real quick, for those that don't know about American Metalcraft, I mean, we'll jump into our topic we want to discuss. But when I was reading up about American Metalcraft, your background, you guys started out as a hubcap company in Chicago. Is that right?
Yeah, back in the 40s, we were a hubcap spinning company. Wow. So we actually did the Tucker Torpedo, which was manufactured here in Chicago. We did the hubcaps for that, some popular car that I wasn't born then, so I don't know.
Right.
But anyway,
I heard about it.
Yeah, I heard about it. But the story goes, a local distributor rep came to us and said, hey, can you turn that hubcap into a deep dish pizza pan? And we did. So fast forward, we were the first ones to come up with a deep dish pizza pan, and we were in the pizza, and then kind of expanded our portfolio over the years.
Yeah, and now you guys are doing so much stuff in food service and large format catering and
tabletop,
buffet,
barware.
Barware. We can't forget about that.
Nope.
Yeah, stay tuned and check out our cutaways on social for some of that. We're going to be doing some cool stuff with Eric and Rachel when we're finishing this episode.
I'll be making Rachel some
barware.
drinks.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we may have to have one too. Yeah. I mean, it's we're not driving. I'm Ubering and lifting everywhere.
We won't say what time of the day it is.
Yeah, it's afternoon somewhere.
Yeah.
It is
it's 5 o'clock
definitely
somewhere.
afternoon.
Right. So anyway, we're coming together today because we want to really understand what's going on right now in the industry. What do you guys see, and what's trending for you guys? I know we were wanting to talk a little bit about flameless heating, which seems to be something you guys are growing more into. Can you talk to that?
Yeah, so as you know, Chafing Fuel has been around for, 150 so years. I used to work for a Chafing Fuel company. That was my first run into this industry. But Chafing Fuel, as you know, is literally fire in a can. That's exactly what it is. So it's a very unsafe product. It's probably one of the most unsafe products. It's just a very... you got to be very careful with it. So we've been, the first company I was with, we tried to develop a flameless heating pack about 20 years ago now. That didn't go so well, and over the years kind of been trying different avenues. And then we recently came out with a lithium battery-powered product called the Buffet Boost, which is an amazing product because it's all battery-operated, and it's kind of amazing.
And what does that mean for the industry right now? What's the feedback you're getting from chefs and culinary professionals?
Yeah, so, with Chafing Fuel, where the industry is going is trying to get away from flame. As I mentioned, it is a dangerous product. So, flame in small areas or flame, being used outside is nearly impossible with the winds.
Right.
So this is a great product that you can basically utilize. You can utilize it actually plugged in, or with the lithium battery, you can take it anywhere. You have a 3-hour hold time at 190 degrees, a 2-hour recharge, and basically the whole concept is you need surface-to-surface. Basically you need something on top that's going to transfer that heat through. So the Buffet Boost sits on the table. You have aluminum, stainless steel, porcelain vessel that sits on top. That's going to transfer your heat through, hold it at a nice temperature well above that 140.
So you still need something. So let's say that your traditional full-size steam pan or a half-size steam pan for a catering delivery order, would they still need something placed over that flameless contact point for then the foil to sit on top of it? So you need like a barrier between.
So any barrier wouldn't work. You need direct surface.
Okay, so it would work. So the foil could go directly
right on top.
That.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yes.
All right, that's cool to know.
Yeah.
So Rachel, with the folks that are coming into our showroom that you are so graciously hosting all the time and sharing this message, do they ask for this? Do they know about it? Is this something that you're kind of continually educating them on, and what's the response to that?
So when it comes to flameless options on a buffet, I think Buffet Boost is so unique and it's new to the market. So a lot of operators are not completely aware of this yet. The response and the feedback that I'm getting is extremely positive for a few reasons. One, the price point on this product is very reasonable. Two, it's unique because it is not induction heating. It just requires surface-to-surface contact for any sort of material that conducts heat. So it does not require a full conversion to induction vessels. That's special. We certainly have a lot of induction options as well from some of our other manufacturing partners, but this is a different product. This is not that. And it opens the door for a lot of operators who, really can't or are not interested in flipping their entire buffet to induction at this point.
Yeah. Are you getting a lot of pushback on that for them dropping fuel, or are they really, because some of our operators are pretty old fashioned, so they like the old, it's like the old fashioned way, but are you finding a lot willing to convert?
I don't see chafing fuel going away completely. I think there will always be a need for chafing fuel.
Right.
And there are, other purposes for chafing fuel and ways in which that will always be important on a buffet. But this opens the door for operators who can't have open flame or who are limited in their electrical capabilities, or just want something that's a little bit safer and more convenient. It's a great product. It's a great option.
Yeah, one thing just to note, I've been doing a lot of meetings or presentations where doctors' offices, for example, they do catered lunches.
Yeah, like a meet and greet, right?
That's a great idea.
And they're doing, and the problem is the sterno smells. It has a noise to it. Right. So this is a much safer alternative.
What a great niche to work in, too, because when you think culinary and hospitality, you don't think doctors' offices, right? But they do.
Yes.
Or I was in the wealth management business for years, and we would always go in and cater lunches, and food would cool off very quickly. So you do a presentation, by the time you get to you'd cater in food, it was cold.
Yep.
So Eric, you said 2-hour battery life, right?
I thought 3.
3 hours.
3 hours.
Battery
Okay,
life, yeah.
Great. So they don't need to be plugged in continuously while they're being used, right?
Correct.
And so when you mentioned the meet and greets, like doctors' offices, what does that mean? So kind of transitioning over to like Easy Cater or third party, how does that vessel or the buffet boost need to be purchased by the customer, let's call the end user, the person who's receiving that food, or is that something like catering companies, they go and set up the whole array in front of the guests, and then they put those heating elements below that?
Yeah, it would be the catering company.
Okay.
Yep.
And then so they come and they bring everything back with them and they set those up.
Yep.
So it's not really disposable. I mean, it's like
a reuse.
You're not going to. Yeah, it's a reusable.
Which is the other great thing about this product is with those chafing fuel cans, you're throwing them in the garbage,
right?
So this item does not have any. It should last. So we have a 1-year guaranteed warranty on the time, but like any lithium-ion battery, like your phone, as long as you keep it charged. You just want to keep it charged. If you keep it not charged for a certain amount of time, that's when the battery starts to lose life. So it's kind of like how my kids treat their iPhone versus how I treat my iPhone.
Yeah, right.
Right. Theirs lasts 2 years, mine lasts 10.
Yeah.
Use, right?
Yeah.
Comes down to use.
Yeah.
And how many times a week
that's any
well,
battery.
and you just got to treat it well.
Yeah.
You just got to make sure the battery's charged.
Yeah.
You can't have the battery sit for 4 months because that lithium battery, that will happen too.
Right. Is there any metrics done on that? Like fuel versus lithium on that? Have you guys done any of that? Not to
Yeah,
call
I mean,
you out
we've
on
definitely
that.
done an
Spot.
ROI
Yeah,
on chafing fuel versus the buffet boost, and it also depends on how much chafing fuel you're using. But kind of our figure was you're going to make that up in about 3 months.
Okay. So there's really 3. Is there 4 or 3 sources right now, Rachel? I mean, we've got induction, right? Because we do some of that here.
Yes, absolutely.
We've got fuel, which we also do because we rep a company that sells fuel. And then there's now the buffet boost. Or am I missing one of the other heating sources?
I think that really covers it.
Yeah.
So those are the three main fuel sources, or heating sources, I should say. Okay. Now, did I catch this that you guys also have heat lamps? Is that for just keeping it warm? Or do you want to talk to that,
Yeah,
Eric,
we don't.
a little bit?
That's in the works.
Oh, that's in the works.
It's in the works. So hopefully,
did I just let the cat out of the bag?
Yeah,
R&D
don't tell
department.
anyone. Don't tell anyone.
This is a private episode. Yeah.
But we're calling like the buffet booths. I'm almost calling it Generation 1 because we're taking that battery. It's almost like those Home Depot products where you have your weed whipper, you have your blower. That one battery kind of fits into everything.
Okay.
So we're trying to develop products that will use that same battery in multiple different things. So the next one, ideally, is going to be a heat lamp. So you'll have top heat where you can take that heat lamp anywhere. It'll be battery operated.
Yeah.
And then you'll have bottom heat. So then you'll be all covered.
Yeah.
So geeking out on like the technical side a little bit, what's if somebody sets one up, what's their cool off period once foods comes off of it and they need to be put away?
Yeah, because induction doesn't hold the heat for a length of time, right? It cools off quickly.
Yeah, I don't think induction really has heat. Can you touch?
Induction, so the induction vessel has to make contact.
There you
go.
go.
So as soon as that's removed, then the heat is.
But you've got a lot of versatility with the buffet boost, right?
Oh, yeah,
as far as
for
vessels is concerned, you could foil in stainless and metals,
iron.
cast
Iron, okay.
Cast iron is actually great for it.
cast.
So
Love
back
to
to
cook
that
on
question. So if I'm heating something, let's say a cast iron skillet, and service is done and I take it off, is there a danger of touching that is fair to say plate or that surface?
So the surface area, there is like an aluminum, you'll notice it. So you can grab all around it. It's all plastic around it.
Okay.
But the surface area will be hot, but it's only going to be hot for a couple minutes.
Okay. That makes sense. Like anything lithium ion powered, it's going to cool down pretty quick.
Yeah.
All right.
So, Rachel, we have a few of those here that
Yes,
you demo
absolutely.
with. Cool. Yeah, we should
Use them all
you know
the
what?
time.
We'll do
when
a
we
cutaway
do some
video.
cutaway on that. When
Yeah.
we're done with the barware,
Yeah.
we should do one on that. So we'll appreciate that, guys. That's great news for those listening that perhaps don't know that American Metalcraft now is in this. What do you guys? Things are changing so quickly in our industry every day. Rachel, you and I talk about this. Things are changing all the time, and we're in one of the biggest food meccas in the country. We're in Chicagoland. I mean, if you can't get good food here, you're not going to get it anywhere, right?
True.
What are you guys seeing? Both locals, kind of, if you will. I mean, we live down in the South, but what are you guys seeing that's really trending right now? What's anything new and exciting happening in food service and hospitality in the Chicago area?
I think there are always new and exciting things happening in Chicago. That's what makes our hospitality scene just remarkable.
Yeah, the best.
I am seeing a lot of new cuisines coming about, and some fusion restaurants, and we're not just a town of steakhouses and Italian restaurants anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that's beautiful, very exciting.
Yeah. Jeremiah was talking yesterday. Jeremiah is one of our colleagues here at the Hagge Group. And we were talking with him about he's starting to see a lot more like food establishments going back to more retro stuff. Some, back to the good old days, so to speak, and things coming back. Not the taquerias anymore. It's just different things.
There's different types of tacos, right?
Yeah, but it's just not the.
It's a heritage taco. Like one culture might be doing a taco this way, then one might be doing it this way. It's like not just tacos universal anymore.
Yeah. So, we love coming up here because the food is always so great when we're able to get something to eat.
Absolutely.
So sometimes we just can't, but anyway. Well, you want to mention anything else regarding that fuel or I should say heating for catering and buffets?
No, just keep your eyes out for more products to come. We're working on, I mentioned the heat lamp. We have another vessel coming out as well that you'll be able to actually cook on. So, again, this is kind of the new future of American Metalcraft. We've come a long way since hubcaps.
Yes, and pizza pans.
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
Hey, to be clear, pizza pans are not going anywhere.
They're
though.
not.
No.
And we all need pizza.
Yeah.
Well, in this city,
I was just
the
gonna
last
say,
time I checked,
deep
this
dish
is
pizza in this
probably
city.
one of the best places to get a good piece of pie, so to speak. Not a
Absolutely.
good slice of pizza. We call them pies here, right? So
Well, AMC is a staple in the city because of where you started, right? I mean, that's pretty powerful, and how AMC has grown with the industry. We were just talking about the industry growth and always rapidly changing here. So AMC, I think, has done a great job of staying with the trends. But I think that Flameless technology, just to wrap up thoughts on that, is really it's a cool concept, and I think that I think about the traditional catering setups that we look at when you have your foil. Let's just stick with foil for it's the sake of. I mean,
Boring
I sell
foil.
a lot of foil into commercial operators, but it's a tried and true thing. But you can imagine those pop up those aluminum or metal stands, and then you've got
Chafing
chafing
stands,
fuel
right?
underneath them. Removing that, having a lower profile setup makes a lot of sense, and doing something that's easily rechargeable and just kind of looks just cleaner. So I like it.
Yeah, and you can also kind of build your own buffet. So you can take it, put them on a riser, have a nice cast iron pot on top of that buffet boost on a riser
for the look.
For the look, I mean, so you can kind of change it around. It doesn't have to be a standard.
And last time I
shape
checked,
dish.
chefs and culinary professionals are all about the look.
Yes, they are.
Well, I think about, hotels, right? When they roll out their dinner services, or especially conference centers and things like that roll out, let's say for the sake of name dropping, a Magogo cart, and there's risers on it. I think that does really elevate that look, because then you don't have to worry about a fuel source with a flame. You can just literally put it on top of a already charged heating element, and then that's taking care of it. And people can just walk. There's no danger of them bumping into something or knocking it over. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Very true. Yeah. It's such a versatile product too. It's when you're adding risers or adjusting the look of your buffet setup, it's very easy to create things that are modular and change the look and keep it new and exciting.
Yeah.
And Buffet Boost is a great addition to that.
We don't get to, as I've mentioned earlier on, we don't get to rep this line, Rachel, and so I suspect that as operators come in, American Metalcraft is basically a brand name that's very recognizable for them. Is that true?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that's great. Proud to have you. Proud to represent you.
Absolutely.
Wish we could do more with you.
Yeah.
So at least we're doing this, which is
this
great,
is great
to give you guys some exposure.
And the showroom is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you for
Thanks,
that.
Eric.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, we have great people that get to work it every day, that put a lot of thought, blood, sweat, and tears into this place. And we encourage you, those listening, to contact us. We'd love to connect with you. We'd love to build with you.
Yes.
And we'd love to really set your table. So, well, we're going to have to leave it right here. It was a great time with you guys today and so informative. But if you'd like to reach any of us here at the Hagge Group or American Metalcraft, please check out the show notes for our contact information attached to this podcast. Also, please like, follow, and share the Let's Set Your Table podcast. And if you're so moved, we would be grateful that you would leave us a positive review on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, and YouTube Music. We'd also like to encourage you to leave us a comment and perhaps topics you would like us to discuss in future episodes. So we'll see you again next time, right here at the table.
Please join us again for another episode of Let's Set Your Table. If you would like more information, samples, or would like to consult with the Hagge Group, visit thehodegroup.com. That's HODE group.com.